Right. Then we should be good over here, I think. I think we're good over here, right? You guys give me a confirmation in chat if everything's looking okay to y'all. Okay. So ideally, it's working. Cool, we're good. Ideally, we're gonna solo flawless. Ideally, we're gonna solo flawless on all 3 classes today and get some recordings of the solo flawlesses so we can turn them into guides. Try new strand hunter build with RDM and new strand aspect. RDM doesn't work with the new strand aspect. If you have the RDM perk up, then your dodges don't create the clone. What's up, everybody? Music playing during the guide? I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's some like it's like a synthwave or synthwave thing. I found the song like a year ago. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But yeah, Radiant Dance Machines is actually not particularly good. I'm not a fan of RDMs at all. Are you a Warlock main? No, I mean I play all 3 classes like a ton, but I would say if I have to say that if I main one class, I'm a Hunter main. But I play all 3, like a lot. Do you syntheset Bonk Hammer Titan for solo flawless? Yeah, so my Titan plan is Bonk Hammer. Warlock plan is obviously probably Build to download configuration files. What does that mean? Hunter, I think you could either do Arc Hunter the entire way through, or maybe I don't know if Omni would be better than Arc Hunter. Arc Hunter would be a little bit better for DPS, but Omni is better for like survivability in my opinion. Which like, I mean the whole point of doing a solo flawless is surviving. So definitely Arc for the first 2 encounters, but I think Omni is probably the move for the last one. I have a question. Go ahead. Dude, are the servers down for anyone else? Please, not like this. So can I gift memberships for the emblem or Twitch subs only? So it only works through Twitch subs. Sunshot would go well with Verity's Row. Yeah, the solar weapon. Yeah, Twitch only, Luke. Assassin's Cowl Arc Hunter is the best survivability on Solar Hunter? Or on Solo Hunter? No, I would say Void Omnioculus has better survivability. But Arc Hunter's better damage for Ekthar, for sure. We can pause the music actually so I can focus. I think I could. I don't know. I feel like based on my times last night, I feel like I can get this done in under an hour and a half. Is what it was kind of feeling like. But I don't know for sure. We'll see. I saw, before I hop in, I saw a Xenophage. I think it looked like Xenophage was better than Leviathan's Breath, which is what I was using yesterday. So I might take Xenophage for a spin, or at least have it in my inventory. And I have an 1810 to infuse into it, so that's nice. Is this arc build on your mobilytics? Yes. Xenophage does well, but it's less ammo efficient. I mean, when I was doing my solo flawless testing runs, ammo efficiency didn't seem like a huge problem to me. Also, the thing you got to keep in mind for something like a Xenophage is, like, it's really, really nice to have a weapon where you don't have to aim. Why not Thunderbird? I had awesome luck with that. I feel like for solo, Thunderlord's not particularly incredible because to make Thunderlord really, really, really good against a boss, like you kind of have to be like firing on it the entire time, which like you're on the move a lot in this DPS phase because you have like a lot of thrall chasing you, you have some ads up, and then the boss is obviously shooting at you. So like if you're hopping around and stuff like that, I think it's better to have like a weapon that's not that you don't have to like be holding the trigger 100% of the time. At least in my opinion. You play this game so much, but have such boring. Okay. Have a good day, James. I'll see you later, bro. I'm just gonna ban you from chatting. Take care, man. Okay. Xeno claps ET like independence. Dude, what did I just read? Any build for new Strand Hunter aspect? Honestly, I don't think the new Strand Hunter aspect is very good. I think it like looks really cool and it's like a fun idea, but like from a practicality standpoint and high level content, I don't think it's particularly good. Have you gone solo flawless yet, or are you just in the prep phase? So I did my like kind of prep phase yesterday, and I would say like my first like real attempt at a run yesterday. But this is how my run ended. So you see the boss's health bar. So this was solo flawless up to this point, but so I basically got 1,200 moths that hit my face all at the same time. So that's how that one ended. So now that I know that that's a thing, I think we'll be okay. But yeah. Yeah, but just to go over the build real quick as we're like flying in. So I'm on Arcstrider. I have a video on this build, by the way. So if you want to like go really in depth on this build, you can see it there. But Gathering Storm, Combination Blow, Gambler's Dodge, Pulse Grenade, Lethal Current, Flow State. And then for fragments, I have Feedback, Resistance, Shock, and Magnitude. And then here's my mod setup. Few noteworthy things using the new Powerful Attraction mod, which feels really, really good on this build because you're dodging a ton. I've got Solar Weapon Surge. That's mainly for the first boss because I'm going to be using Lament for DPS. I think you could also go Liars with Tractor Cannon for DPS as well if you wanted to, but Lament felt really, really good to me, and from the footage I saw of Liars with Tractor and stuff like that, it seemed like it was about the same damage as Lament. Maybe like a little better, but I feel like Lament is safer from a survivability standpoint, because Lament heals more than Liars does when you're hitting the boss. And I totally just went the wrong way there, but yeah. And then for my artifacts, I don't have the last column unlocked, unfortunately, but if I did, I would go Shock and Awe and Lightning Strikes twice, but other than that, I have all this stuff. Electric armor, amped up, stuff like that. I forgot I can headshot these guys. Oh, he had a moth on him, actually, so... yeah, step 1, Soulfire Ogre. Let's see where the path leads. Goes over here. I see the symbol. This section is gonna be, like, honestly, well, I don't know, because probably what's gonna make Solo Flawless annoying is the bosses have so much HP. But I feel like I can kill the bosses in, like, not a crazy amount of phases, probably like 4 to 6, depending on the boss. But we'll see. We'll play around with different DPS setups, but I saw people having a lot of success with Xenophage. So we'll maybe look at Xenophage. Stuff like that. Dodge going. But yeah, you guys will see how strong this build like really is for this dungeon when we get into the first boss. It's absolutely insane. It's broken, as they say. Or as I say. I learned so much good hunter build from you. No one makes so quality videos like you. Thank you, Crow. I appreciate the kind words, dude. Happy to help you with your builds anytime. Combination blow stacking. There we go. What's up, Dwarverich? How you doing, man? It's another build crafter right there. Chilling. Yeah, I feel like Arcstrider is not going to be the move for final boss. I think Omnioculus Void Hunter, or like whatever Invis exotic you're comfortable with, is going to be a little better. I completely wasn't paying attention to what symbol I was following, by the way. I am 99% sure it was turret. But I guess we'll find out. How cool it was. Yeah, the number one piece of advice I would have for solo flawlessing this dungeon is hammer into your skull to remember the symbols, because you will have one phase where you just don't pay attention to a symbol. And it'll ruin your run, because if you dunk an incorrect symbol, then you die. I don't know what happens if you, let the vestige timer run out. I don't know if you die. Has that happened to anyone? Where the vestige timer has ran out and then like you just die? Or does it just go away and then you have to go get a new one? You do die if the vestige runs out? Okay, good to know. So yeah, there's no like, oh, I forgot the symbol, I guess I'll just have to rerun it and actually remember the symbol this time. It's like, nope, dude. Do not forget the symbol. Or you're done. Another strategy is to live stream your solo flawless run and have someone in your chat tell you what the symbol is every time they see it. And you have a written log. There's the ship, so we have Hive Guardian coming in. Wizard again. See ya. And then we have Cone for this one. Have the chat gaslight the wrong symbol? Okay, have a trusted individual be in your chat. It's like day one vow with a 7th man basically cheating. I don't know if I would... I don't know if I would classify someone helping you with remember the symbols in a dungeon as cheating. I think that might be a bit far. I don't know if I'd call that cheating. Who do you trust? No one. My secret. I need to dunk this thing. It was a cone. Get the combination blow ramped up again. Are you weak enough to one hit? You're finishable, so no, it wasn't. He died to the aftershock, but that doesn't give me a stack. Where's the ogre? My deep sight hadn't ran out. Okay, this symbol I'm gonna remember ahead of time is, I call this one pointy X. There's pointy X and then there's dot X. So like at the bottom part of the X, there's a little point. And then there's another X that's has a dot on the bottom. I call it Spiky Boy. Honestly, that's a good one too. It's a good one too. Oh, I dodged next to the moth. I keep wasting my dodge. Because I'm bad at the game. We going over here? Yeah. Looks like inside. Eager Edge Sword is so nice for this this part. I don't really know why I dodged there. I already had combo blow up. I need to little dodging thing. Oh, hello. Alright, and you're gone. I thought the symbol disappeared when you squish the ghost. Or is that just boss encounter? It definitely disappears when you squish the ghost in boss encounter. No. If that melee connected, that would have refreshed my combination blow times 3. Not that it's hard to get again, but you know. Okay, pointy X. One more. You do have to wait for deep sight to run out though before the next ogre spawns, so we're just kind of hanging. I think it should, in this encounter, it should take away your deep sight immediately after you dunk. I don't really get the point of having it keep you on deep sight. Okay. So this one's probably taking us over here, I would assume. Yep. Oop. Yeah, and then I don't have lightning strikes twice unlocked in the seasonal mods yet, but like once I get that unlocked, this build is gonna come even better. Like the punching aspect of it is obviously already insane, but then the grenade aspect of it will become insane too. I love this build too because it's so flashy. Like the build just looks good. There's a bunch of lightning going everywhere. You're rolling all over the place. Like, is this one up here? It's kind of a weird jump to... Okay, surely there's a way up here. Maybe not. I was determined. Yeah. I've been playing too much Tears of the Kingdom that my brain is thinks that I should be able to like start climbing the wall. I can just... My toxic trait is that I don't use my super. Because the punches are better. Oh, Cone? Cone again? And go... My jolt must have killed her. That's fine. Anyway. Cone. Never done. Yay. Yeah, this counter is going to be kind of annoying for solo flawlessing. And then here, I'm going to switch to my Omnioculus setup. Because you can just basically skip past everything with invis. You can also pull out your sparrow here. I don't know why I'm not sparrowing. And hop down here. This part is sketchy. The spinny things, not a fan. Then we go through the hole in the wall. And then we go in the hole in the wall. The whole thing is just basically going through holes in the wall. Just gonna jump right here. Reset my jumps. Don't want to splatter. Not a fan of the fans. Are those fans? Is that what those are? I thought it was just like kind of random. I figure it's like a power generator or something. I don't know. It's so liberating knowing that we can go full send here, knowing that you can't die from fall damage. Nah, dude, I don't trust it. I don't care what Bungie tells me. I will always jump before I land if it's a big fall. I do not care what Bungie says to me. I don't care if they tell me that I will take 0 damage when falling under any circumstance. I am still jumping. I have played Destiny for too long to not jump before a long drop. Okay. You know what? A group of events took me way longer than probably should have. Like here, sure, I probably don't have to jump according to Bungie's patch notes, but I'm gonna. Every single time. Even that was a little sketchy for me. I don't like that one. Into the water. Anyone trying to buy me the Lightfall upgrade real quick? Yo, homie, please don't take this the wrong way, but I would much prefer it if you did not ask other people to give you money in my YouTube live stream chat. If it's all the same to you. It was a joke. The classic guaranteed way to be absolved of all wrongdoing. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card. Okay, so that's a thing. That exists, by the way. The instant trap card to be absolved of all wrongdoing is just fire off a quick, oh no, it was a joke, man. I wasn't serious, I was just kidding. Well, even respectfully, even if it was a joke, it's do the joke in a different location other than my live stream. Anyway, for those who are just now tuning in, let's go over the build real quick. Arc Strider. I do have a video of this on my channel, by the way. It is, I'll link it in the description. Can you still get Pathfinder helmet? I think so, maybe. In case you drowned. Anyway, sorry. For anyone just hopping in right now, I want to go over the build real quick before we start. So this initial build is what I'm using for the first two encounters. Gathering Storm, Gambler's Dodge, Combination Blow, Lethal Current, and Flow State. And then for fragments, I've got Feedback, Resistance, Shock, and Magnitude. This build's honestly cracked. Here's the mod setup. You just like take a screenshot. The Loosened Blades is really just because I'm using Lament for Ekthar. So I have like a solar weapon surge ahead of time. You can swap these up for the first encounter if you want to. Main thing I want to point out though is the Powerful Attraction mod, where if you use your class ability, you collect all orbs in the vicinity, which is really, really, really strong on this build because the rotation is like dodge punch, and you're just dodging all the time, right? Love your build videos. Glad to get to catch the stream and great video on this dungeon too. Thank you. You guys are always so nice. Such a kind community. Okay. So, follow the green... I was gonna say follow the yellow brick road, but more of a green goo road, right? Alright, I called this one Line Table. Because there's another one that looks very similar to it, but it's 3 dots on the top. So I call them Line Table and Dot Table. See those 2 lines up top? Oh. This build is so good. I guess I don't really have to kill that guy. We'll kill him anyway, just send a message. And then I think this is where you get a champion. You're easily becoming my favorite build crafter on YouTube. Thank you. Trying to spice up my build videos as of late as well. Use some different visuals and stuff. Keep things fresh. Do like a new theme every season. Sparrow along. Ran out of my combination blow. Probably could have kept it if I did that run a little faster, so I'll get it back up to ×3 real quick. Or maybe ×2, honestly. Reveal. And let's see here. What was it? Dot table? No, it was line table. I don't think dot table was even an option there anyway. Is there a video on this build? Sure is. If you just look up Mactics Arc Hunter. It's the one with like 600-ish thousand views, I think. Probably posted 2, maybe 3 months ago. We going under. All right, what do you all call this one? Everyone comment right now. What do you call that one? I'll give you time to comment, and then I'll tell you what I call it. I call it hamburger. Big Mac. It's a very specific hamburger. Still kind of hamburger though. Oh. Do you do trials at all? Not really. I played a card the other night with my buddy Zorbic, just because I was just hanging in the stream and he asked if I wanted to play, so I was like, sure, why not? Because I like playing with friends. But yeah, I don't really go out and play trials on my own. I'm not really a huge fan of Destiny PvP. I used to be, but I'm not too big into it anymore. Oh, I have combination blow for 6 seconds, so I can maintain it pretty easily here. Where's the wizard? Why are you hiding? Stop running away. I mean, I get why you're running away, but if you stopped, it would be cool. All right, it was hamburger. Hamburger. Ding. I really like the sound when you imbue the thing. It's like so satisfying. It's like really good sound design in my opinion. That one in particular, where you like imbue the vestige. It goes ding. All right, keep the combination blow going. Gotta wait for deep sight to run out. Ogre here. Get it? Okay. This one. Oh, that's pretty far out, honestly. Okay, we have pointy X. Oh. That guy died to the jolt. Yeah, it worked out in the end. Pointy X. Let's see here. I need to get my combination blow stacking. Or just a pulse grenade. Oh. I'm not in danger. I am the danger. Did you guys see in the trailer? For I think it was Season of the Deep. I think it was the Season of the Deep. They ripped the Walter White line. Where Sloan said like we are the danger or something like that. Oh, that's a real. Wait, how did that guy die? Wait, how did that acolyte in front of me die? I was only punching him. Whatever. I never noticed they will cheer when you die. I think the Halo enemies did that too, right? All right, I should actually I should probably focus up a little bit more. I feel like I'm getting kind of loose with it. Oh. Touch of Flame just for my Warlock solar grenades. I can't find on my Hunter. Yeah, Touch of Flame. So aspects are class specific. A little cutscene skip.
Guardian, there's massive energy readings surging from below the arcology. All communication channels are affected. The Lucent Hive are forcing their way through from the Ascendant Plane. There's something going on. The formations I'm seeing are indicative of some kind of mass ritual to... Guardian, can you believe?
Sometimes this guy's a moth on him, sometimes he doesn't. Where's the path? Oh, that's weird. Alright, so we have hamburger for the first one. My favorite call out. What's your kinetic weapon? It's the Succession Sniper from Deepstone Crypt. Alright, I feel like this one usually goes over there. Yep. Elemental Charge mod? I think it's okay. I think it's kind of reliant on seasonal mods. Elemental Charge mod is like kind of bad on certain classes because a lot of those like artifacts have global generation cooldowns. It's like a fire sprite. If you make a fire sprite, you can't make another one for like another 4 seconds or something like that, no matter what, which automatically hinders elemental charge. I think they should make elemental charge just always give a stack, to be honest. Or actually, that might be kind of OP for stasis if they did that. Elemental charge is very bad on Strand. It's okay on Void and Solar, and it's pretty good on Stasis and Arc. But the reason it's tough to balance is because, like, the different subclasses have different, how would you say, rates of generating the class-specific artifacts. So it's really tough to balance, because if you make it, like, you have to, it's weird. It's always going to be better for, like, Stasis and Arc than it will be for Strand. So it's kind of a balancing nightmare. You would have to balance the spawn rates of those artifacts to truly balance that mod. But I was noticing on Void Breaches, I would say it was like a 50... So, like, if I picked up a Void Breach, I would say I had a 50% chance of getting an armor charge stack. But if I picked up one and I didn't get a charge of... Because it's an escalating chance, right? So if I picked up one and I didn't get a stack from that one, then the next one I picked up would always give me a stack. I didn't test it, like, super extensively, though, so maybe you could... Maybe it could take, like, 3. But that's what I noticed. We have line table here. I'm starting to get like a little memorization for the roots. Because I think the roots are always pretty much the same. Like this one will go, I don't even need to look at the trail. It'll go over to this like beachhead. Class-specific artifact. So when I say class-specific artifact, I mean like the class-specific pickups. So like Void Breaches are the Void class-specific art. Like I don't, maybe artifact's not the right word, but like scavengeable object, like whatever you want to call it. But that's what I mean when I say you can make a lot of stasis shards. To be fair, right? That's what I'm saying. So it's like really tough to balance because it's elemental charge is always going to be better for stasis because you make way more stasis shards than it is going to be for solar because you don't make as many fire sprites as you can make stasis shards. Is what I'm getting at. It's like the mod is just kind of like built to be better on certain subclasses with the way the generation of those artifacts are designed. I think it was line table, right? Yep. We gotta wait for the deep side to run out. I think what's really good though is the new powerful attraction mod, especially on hunters. That mod is so good for hunters. What's your shotgun first? I think surplus. It's 1-2 punch and then surplus, I believe, is my other. Gotta wait for my deep side to run out. There it is. Okay. Now this one goes under the bridge. Like I can call it already. It goes under the bridge into the water, and then it's gonna go inside the building, and then it's gonna go out of the building to the left. Wait, really? So it'll go inside the building, and then it'll go like over there at that beach. Or it'll go up top on the cliffside. I actually don't remember that one perfectly yet, but it'll be one of those two. But yeah, these routes are very, they're preset. So you can kind of like, you don't really have to, once you get enough attempts of this, you don't really have to look at the green trail anymore. You just know where it's gonna go. Yep, so we're right on the beach. And then I think this is where the Guardian is. Yep, their ship. Good talk. What was the symbol for that one? Pointy X. Oh, I had combination blow up. Controlled. I want to get ×2 at least. Before I start whacking the wizard. Yeah, I'll get ×2. There's an acolyte right here. Let's see here. Pointy X. Just literally the last one I checked. Watching all these runs, I enjoy. Everyone has their own callouts for the runes. I know, it's like my favorite part about the Hive dungeons that use the symbols. So everyone has a different set of callouts. I think it's super funny. Alright. So I believe this one's like the far away one. Yep. And this one's turret. Last Wish is also fun for that too. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like Last Wish, everyone uses the same. It's like kind of weird. So like Pit of Heresy and for like the Hive rune symbols, I feel like everyone uses different callouts and like no one really cares. You know what I mean? But I feel like for Last Wish, everyone genuinely does use the same callouts. There's like Boring Bird and Big Wing Bird and Dive Bomb Bird and stuff like that. And I think the reason for that is because with how hard Last Wish was for a raid at the time, I mean, so it's still probably the most mechanically complex raid in Destiny, and not even at the time. Like, it was so important that you were on the same page from a call-out perspective that, like, everyone put a lot of time and effort and energy into making sure they knew the right call-outs. Because, like, the dungeon, or the raid was just way too complex for you to, like, have different callouts than someone else. And at the time, like, we were so under-leveled as well. So it was like, okay, like, we need to be on the same page, basically. Yeah, that is true. The Last Wish symbols are definitely more detailed than the Hive symbols. So there is more like room for interpretation. Bro, what was that? Alright, it was turrets. It's always the last one. Okay. And then we're gonna switch to Omnioculus so that we can invis past the people that we don't want to fight against. I always forget the Sparrow there. Intro section took 10 minutes. That's not that bad. I feel like I could have done it faster. Oh, hold up. Oryx deserves a second chance. You're saying we should have let him get rezzed? Whoa! Okay, that would have been the best way to wipe. That would have been, without a doubt, the best way to wipe. Okay, and then I think I can kind of... So you're telling me I could literally not jump there and I wouldn't die? I don't believe that. We were like 6 inches from a Twitter video with that sparrow. Yeah, I know. Piece of me wishes that it did land right on me. So that would have been funny. And honestly, a funny clip, you know. There will always be another attempt to get solo flawless, but you know, the funny clip, that's forever. Alright, I want to see what I fell through last time. Superhero landed. Just gonna readjust right there. Whee. Okay. To the open door. I honestly, I've ran this thing like this section a solid 5 times, and I still kind of forget where to go. Bubbles. I'm gonna grab that bubble real quick before I go down in the center. Okay. I just don't even... Did I fall through that center hole last time? Is that what I fell through? I'm stuck. The underwater section is, like, unbelievably stressful. Because you move like a slug. Oh, I fell through that hole right there. If you fall through that hole, it's over. That is criminal. What the heck? What's happened to my gun? Isn't it like a thing that, like, if you're going a high enough speed and you hit water, like, the water is, like, basically as hard as concrete and you'll just splat? Because I know, like in real life. Because I know in, like, games, like, in every game, if it doesn't matter if you jump from Jupiter all the way to Earth, if you land in water, then you're fine. There is 0 fall damage under any circumstance when you hit water. But, like, yeah, in real life, like, if you're going fast enough and you hit water, it's gonna have the same effect on your body as if you, like, hit concrete from that same height. And I say that because I've been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom, and one of, like, the biggest things in Tears of the Kingdom is, like, where you can dive from 20 stories onto, like, a lower island. But as long as you land in the water, you're good to go. And I just, like, I watch it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that Link would turn into a bloody pancake if that had real world. But, like, you know, obviously real world physics isn't a thing in video games, because that would be less fun. More like a poached egg. I mean, I reckon there'd be a good bit of blood. You don't think you'd flatten out? How would you explain the double jump of Hunter? Space magic. Wasn't there? I feel like I saw a YouTube video like a really long time ago of like someone like double jumping. I don't really know like what it was. It was weird. It was like some like parkour guy, and he like double jumped. Make sure we get a nice, safe little landing. Excuse me, guys. How long do you think these thrall have been down here? What's the lifespan of a thrall? Are they like a common fly where they only live for like 24 hours? This bubble, I always like run under and think I'm gonna get it, but then I realize I don't get it, so I have to like turn around and just... Can you imagine like being a thrall? Like, oh, what a horrible hand to be dealt. Excuse me, guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like not actually how it works though, right? Isn't it like if you like increase your power, then you like upgrade to a better enemy type, right? I should know. I don't know the Hive lore. Would this have made much more sense if it came out in the Witch Queen DLC? So I was thinking that exact same thing. I'm like 99. Okay, so it's the fourth hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 99% sure that this dungeon was originally meant for the Witch Queen. Because I completely agree. Like, there's deep sight. It's all like Lucent Hive stuff. Ooh. It feels very Witch Queeny. Like, this and Strand both feel like they were meant for Witch Queen. It's longer than I thought. Yeah, this jumping section is, it takes a minute. I'm sure it was supposed to come out with Witch Queen. Dude, if this came out with Witch Queen, we got a raid and a dungeon on Witch Queen release. That would have made Witch Queen, like, contender for, like, one of the best DLCs of all time. I mean, Witch Queen is a pretty good DLC. I'm not saying it's not, but, you know, there's, like, definitely, like, it's no Forsaken, right? And it's never really in the conversation of being, like, as good as the Year of Forsaken. But if it came out with a dungeon, too, and Strand, I think it would have been in the conversation for one of the best of all time. Am I keeping my... I guess I'll keep my sniper on. Whatever. Solar weapon surge for the laments. Good with that. This all looks good to me. I think. I mean, well, yeah, like there's all that theory about how like Lightfall was never supposed to be, or the Lightfall that we got was never supposed to actually be like a DLC. But rather that whatever the final shape is, like whatever the final shape ends up being, is what Lightfall was supposed to be. Lightfall is Rise of Iron for D2? What? Dude, no way. Rise of Iron was a banger. There's no way you just put disrespect on Rise of Iron's name like that. I will not tolerate the Rise of Iron slander. Okay, so we're gonna hit that. We have turret, dot X, and circle. There's turret. Just juked him out. His ankles are gone. Okay, then we have dot X and circle. There's pointy X, which means dot X is right here. Yep. And then circle. By the way, when you're down here, make sure you do your best to avoid the boss, because when he hits you, so I didn't really notice this until like a subsequent run, but if he hits you, it like doesn't do any damage obviously, but it takes away like half of your pressure resistance meter, which is like your underwater breath. If you're next to a bubble, like you can afford to get hit. It's not really a big deal, but because then you can just instantly fully refresh. But yeah. Missed my shotgun. Oh, no, I don't think I did, actually. Yeah, so the symbols underwater are in the same locations. So I don't have the exact locations in like for each one in my head, but I know which one. So like you have symbols on like the outer walls, and then you have some symbols that are on like the inner rings. And I know which ones. So I can't name them all off the top of my head right now, but as each symbol appears throughout the encounter, I'll tell you guys like ahead of time which ones are on the outer ring and which ones are on like the inside. But first DPS phase. And I want to keep getting kills so I can make sure I have max armor charge stacks, and so I can maintain amplified so that my super either does more damage or lasts longer. I can't really remember which. So 1-2 punch shoddy this guy, turn around, give him the spear, and he'll walk into us. Also, I don't know if it matters, but I hold like backpedal while I swing him with Lament, and I feel like it makes it so that I don't like phase past him as much. Because that's like a big issue with Lament, is sometimes you'll just like swing right past the dude. Maybe holding backpedal doesn't actually do that much. I don't know. Placebo thing. Okay. So yeah, that's probably a 6 phase, which isn't like great, but with Arc Assassin's Cow Hunter, you get through the phases pretty quickly. Because it's literally just 1-2 punch shoddy that guy, ready lethal current, 1-2 punch shoddy that guy, ready lethal current. Do it to him. Go do it to the ogre. And then now you're already back underwater. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna take a few DPS phases, but you get through them so quickly. Okay, so dot X is on the inner ring, line table is on the outer ring, and cone is on the outer ring. And you're over there, so I'm gonna go over here. So here's dot X, inner ring. And then it was line table and cone, right? Cone and turret are right next to each other. So there's cone. And then line table. Line table is one of the harder ones to get because it's in like it's in a cubby, which makes it really hard to dodge the boss when you go for it. But you have this like little pillar here that you can use to stay away from him. Emerge, get our combination blow ×3 again. And then we'll go one-shot all the wizards. How do you rate this dungeon compared to the others so far? I like it. I think for solo, the DPS phases are a bit long, but I like the dungeon. I think it's neat. I think, I saw Saltagrepo make a really good tweet, I thought, where he said that, boss dungeon health should be scaled based on fire team size. So that if you're solo, you don't have to do, like, 12 DPS phases. Which I completely agree with. Because to me, like, I quote tweeted it as well. I basically said as well, I said, like, to me, being able to do 12 DPS phases of a boss doesn't do anything more to prove that you're capable of solo flawless in a dungeon than doing like 3 or 4 DPS phases does. And like at a certain point, it becomes more about like who's willing to sink more time into it rather than who's actually good enough to do it. We love Arc Hunter. You ever get in a hairy situation? Quick little dodge, punch a dude, full HP. Although the only way that happens is if your Lament misses like multiple times in a row. Not a fan of the shield mechanic here. Is there a mechanic to the shield beyond just having to be in the puddle when you break it? Do you get like longer DPS the faster you break the shield or something? Oh, all three are over here. Okay, so we have hamburger, dot table, and cone. So there's hamburger right there. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it though, because I can't really... Oh yeah, I can backtrack. He's far enough away. And then here's dot table. And then... Cone is right by turret, which is kind of over here on the right side. That bubble. This one's cone right here. RB one-shots it? Yeah, but then the problem is your exotic slot is occupied by Arbalest, so like, yeah, it's great, your Arbalest will one-shot the overshield, but then you kind of sacrifice a ton of DPS for the rest of the phase because you're going to be using a suboptimal weapon to actually damage the boss with, right? Can't do Lament, can't do Leviathan's Breath, can't do Xenophage. So... like using Parasite. I'm always weary of Parasite for DPS stuff because I feel like I always nuke myself with it. Okay. I've been trying to figure out if, like, killing the knights, like, matters. Because, like, sometimes I feel like I have a Boomer Knight walk up to me for DPS phase, and then other times I feel like I don't. And I've killed them all before, so it just kind of feels like RNG. Or right there was one of them, my Gathering Storm killed him, so... I think I punched that guy just to... That sucks. I didn't get my Lament swing off. Cause like my brain was like oh, the DPS phase is almost over. Don't do the Lament swing. Just go for the Acolyte instead. But then the DPS phase wasn't over. So I don't know. That's fine. That's a 6 phase. I wonder if maybe I set up Liars for that, like Liars Tractor. I don't know. Do I even have a Liars like on me? Lament or Liars Tractor? Lament's a 6 phase for sure. You're doing Lament combo wrong. Try Acreus. You'd die if you used Acreus. No healing. Nah, I don't think so, Gray. Block, light, light, heavy, light, light, repeat. Does that give, like, more damage? I mean, I still have the CP. It's supposed to be 144p on YouTube. No, go to your settings, Cog. Assuming Lucent Blade. Gotcha. Thanks, Joshua Lee. Appreciate it, dude. Share Arc Hunter build, please. If you look up Mactics Arc Hunter on YouTube, or just do Destiny Arc Hunter build. Mactics. I'll just link it. What DLC should you get for a beginner? I would say Witch Queen and Lightfall. Right? Chat. Do I have a pair of Liars? Yeah, I do. 67, 66. Got my 67s. Oh, I cannot infuse my Shinobus. I'm gonna vault a couple of these. Do I have a pair of gloves I can infuse? I doubt I have just some 1810 gloves just sitting in here. Bunch of artifice armor. I mean, I'll try the
A transaction to make.
2-1-2 lament combo first. Oh, that works. Thanks, Bungie. Legacy collection include new dungeon raid? No, it doesn't. So like theoretically, I would go. Oh, we have to. Look who's streaming again. Hello, I am streaming again. It's true. I mean, we'll worry about the Liars later. If the other Lament DPS combo is looking crazy, then oh, dude, I reset the CP already. That sucks.
Circumstances change, but the data.
It's fine. We'll
remains.
just. I mean, it took me like what? 15, 20 minutes to get to first encounter. It's fine. It's fine. This is the one for sure, though. Guaranteed. And for those who are asking, just to go over my build one more time. So this for the first 2 encounters, I'm running Arc Hunter, and then for the boss, I throw on something different. I'll show you that when we get there. But right now, Gathering Storm Super, Gambler's Dodge class ability, Combination Blow, kind of work together. Lethal Current, after I dodge, Punch as an Aftershock, big damage. Flow State to make me amplified, which is great for artifact mods. And then I got Feedback for more melee damage when I get hit, Resistance for so I'm tankier, Shock so that my grenades are better, and Magnitude so my grenades last longer. And then artifact mods, I don't have... If I had this column unlocked, I would also have Lightning Strikes twice, and whatever the second column is, I believe. Shock and Awe. But I don't, so I have Amped Up and Electric Armor, and Thunderous Retort. And then for mods, right here, Loosened Blades is for Ekthar, because I'm using Lament. Solar Weapon Surge to buff the damage of the Lament, and then Powerful Attraction is really nice for scavenging all the orbs whenever I dodge. Just for those who are asking. And we're going to see... I want to see... I'd ideally like to get through this intro encounter before 10 minutes. Oh, they're both mothed. It's annoying. Heard you on the right. Okay, trail goes in. Nope, not inside. And then Symbol's Hamburger. I gotta remember the symbol. In this intro encounter, I always forget to remember the symbol. Honestly, I need to stop wasting my time on those acolytes too. Because once I have ×3, there's not really any point in killing them. Just kill the wizards instead. The acolytes will die anyway from the aftershock and the jolt. Oop. Is this the one that goes up top, I'm pretty sure? Yes, it is. And then this one's Guardian. Yep. I don't have Combination Blow ×3 though, so I'm just gonna throw my stick. Okay, then we have Hamburger. Yeah, I'm getting a rhythm going now. And I don't really need ×3 for the wizard. ×2 will do. Hamburger. Nope, nope. That one. Keep my Combination Blow ×3. Yep. It's a pretty good time so far, I think. That first run was pretty solid. Now we just have to wait for the deep sight to run out. I don't get why the deep sight doesn't just like automatically go away when you dunk. There's no reason for the game to make you keep it. Okay, and then this path is going to go under the bridge. And then it'll go inside. And it's cone. Or pizza. I have ×3, I should not be killing the acolytes. I wasted my dodge there too. That's kind of okay though. Had my dodge up in time anyway. Grenade campaign. Anywhere to go here. My brain kind of short-circuited. And then here we get a Hive Guardian. And then might as well use my super. You get your super so fast with this build. What was the symbol for that one? It was cone, right? Yeah, so you get Assassin's Cowl by beating the Shadowkeep campaign. I feel like that's not a common... I mean, maybe not common is the right word, but I feel like a lot of people don't know that. Do not waste time just spamming Lost Sectors if you do not own Assassin's Cowl, because you'll never get it. The only way to get Assassin's Cowl is by finishing the Shadowkeep campaign. And it'll give you a really bad roll of it, but then after you unlock it initially, you can start farming Lost Sectors for better rolls of it. If you hover over Assassin's Cowl in collections in-game, does it tell you that you get it from beating the Shadowkeep campaign? Or does it just say, like, whatever the generic exotic acquisition message is for the collections tab? Sounded like mid, but it was left. Nope, nothing? Yeah, I feel like Bungie should like throw a little thing on there that says like, hey, you get this from Shadowkeep campaign. Ran out of combination blow, just barely. By ×3. And then this is a pretty easy route. Bungie has a problem with the lack of information. Yeah, I think the game could definitely use some like more guidance in terms of like where to get certain things and all that. And my super is back up. I'm curious, actually, because I haven't been looking. Do me a favor, y'all, for this next run, look at my super bar. I'll try to pay attention to it as well with y'all. This one's turret. I want to try and pay attention to, like, how fast it fills up. The expansions are on sale? Yeah, a lot of the older expansions are pretty much always on sale. Okay, I basically have my super back already. That's actually crazy. There, super's back. Recording's currently 8 minutes, 30 seconds. Can I do this final route in a minute 30? Sight's about to run out. We'll get on the head of this guy so we can see where the ogre is. I heard him in mid. Okay, I know this one. Cone. I think this one ends inside 2, I believe. No. Combination blow. Give a build, a video for the build you're currently using. Yep, look up Mactics Arc Assassin's Cowl Hunter. I need to stop messing around with the acolytes. Way forward is revealed. And then, yeah. It's not going to be under 10 minutes that I finish this one, but... Currently 9:56. Cone's our final symbol. I should be able to get back in time to keep my combination blow stacked. Just need to dodge though first. Then find the wizard. Keep sight, and I need cone. Nope, 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 nope. There you are. And we're done with that encounter. And then we'll go to Omnioculus. The mods and whatnot don't really matter that much. It's really just for the double smokes. So I can skip past certain sections of as. This is normal or master? This is normal. Is master even available? Okay, hole in the wall. Okay, so we're currently 11 minutes, 25 seconds. What's a good time to get to the boss, the first boss in? Maybe 17 minutes? I don't know how long this section like actually takes. Trying to go as fast as I can. Because if I turn this into a guide video, then I want to make sure that it's not like unnecessarily long. Okay, look for the one with the open door. I always like jump into this, but like that's, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but it does lose you a bit of time, obviously, right? Because then you're like jumping and floating up and whatnot. Do I go off the side here? Yeah, I do. Give me that bubble. Yeah, I'm not really interested in doing like solo flawless master or anything like that. It sounds kind of annoying. And generally speaking, I only do stuff that I want to make like guides on. I'm like never gonna make a guide on solo flawless master because I don't really think anyone cares about doing solo flawless master, so at least for me personally, it seems like a waste of time to do that. No. Okay, just barely didn't hit that. And then here we go towards the red lights. Give it an emblem and they'll care. I think that's like probably too difficult though to justify putting a reward behind, because then players are going to feel like they have to go for it, and if it's like, if players feel like they have to go for something that's like unreasonably hard, then it's going to make a lot of people like really upset. 14 minutes. These times might not line up with the YouTube video, though, if I do, like, a preamble. But yeah, Eager-Edge Sword does make some of these sections, like, pretty quick. And this right here is why I switched to Void Hunter for this section, even though I'm using Arc Hunter for the first encounter and the second encounter. I do Void Hunter for these sections because then I can just go invis and run past all the enemies. Just saves a decent amount of time. Uh-oh. That was kind of a sketchy jump. I don't know if I have to go for the spot. I feel like I can make it straight over there, but I don't really feel like taking the risk. Okay. Not what I wanted to do there. And hit a little dive right there. Yeah. Like, honestly, at this point, I feel like I should be walking into the next encounter, but I know I have, like, 2 more rooms to go. It's like, this intermission section is, like... when we were first doing the dungeon, I was saying to my fire team, I was literally like, this doesn't feel like a dungeon. And the reason I was saying it was because, like, in your first run of the dungeon, when you're trying to, like, figure out actually where to go for, like, this intermission section, like, oh no, it always happens. I mean, I feel like you're probably wandering around here for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, which is an insanely long time for an intermission section. So it feels like more of a story mission than a dungeon, kind of. Yeah, Invis Hunter is huge for this section. Just run past all these guys. Don't have to worry about the Shrieker, don't have to worry about any of the Acolytes. There's like 7 collectibles in this section alone. Oh, really? I never care about any of the collectibles. Although I think you need the collectibles for the seal, right? I don't really go for seals anymore. I used to, like, be adamant about collecting every seal in the game, but, like, at a certain point, it just kind of stopped caring. Okay. First hole, second hole, third hole, fourth hole. Do you think they will bring back Oryx? I don't really know. I don't get why we don't just, like, break his body into, like, 800 pieces. I don't know if that would stop them from rezzing him, but I feel like it would make it a lot harder. Kind of went completely the wrong way. 19 minutes is the current recording time. Get in here. So yeah, about 20 minutes to get to that section. Okay, back to Arc Hunter. Make sure we have Lucent Blades on. And then here's where we're switching to Lament. And so I guess I was using it wrong. You guys told me. So you want to do 2 block attacks, and then the heavy, and then 2 regular light attacks, and then back to the 2 light block attacks, heavy, repeat. Is what I was told. Hunter makes this so easy. Just stack your combination blow times 3. And you roll around. Did I not kill one of them? Oh, no, I didn't. So where's the ogre? And then once the ogre's dead, it's underwater time. Let's see here. So we have pointy X, dot table, and hamburger. So there's hamburger right there, but I can't really go and get it because he's right in front of me. So all 3 of these symbols are on the inner ring. Oh no. That was a dot table right there that I tried to like turn around for. But he was right there. Wouldn't have been safe to go for. So here's a hamburger. And there's dot table. And then we need pointy X. I don't see a bubble, so I'm just gonna like resurface real quick and then hop back in. Just to refresh my underwater breathing. And then so the X's should be over here, I believe. No. Oh no. Honestly, it's fine. Because I am so surprised he didn't hit me there. But I like tried to because if he hits you, even though you don't take much damage, he takes away like half of your pressure resistance buff, which is your underwater breathing. So I tried to position myself. So that if he hit me, it would throw me towards the way back up. So you always want to, if you think he is going to hit you, try to position yourself like so that he'll hit you towards a bubble so you can instantly refresh your pressure, or towards the updraft that takes you back up. I'm trying to get a thrall. So the thrall, so when you do a rune, obviously it spawns the wizards. But thrall also spawn with the wizards, which is really nice because then it makes it easy to stack your combination blow to get it back to ×3 before you start killing the wizards. Because then once you're at ×3, killing the wizards is a pretty simple affair. And then just kind of rotating around. Dropping all the wizards. And then someone told me that after all 3 wizards are dead, then you can kill the knights, like the boomer knights, and they won't respawn anymore. Which would be really nice for DPS phase, so we'll test that theory. Be big if true. Okay, seems like it was not in fact true. So, you're just gonna have to deal with the knights are in DPS phase, I guess that's just how it is. Okay, and then I was told, so it's light, light, heavy. Light, light. Light, light, heavy. Light, light. Light, light, heavy. Light, light. Oops. It's definitely better for healing, which is pretty important. And the damage seems a little bit better. Obviously I messed up a little bit, but yeah, the damage seems a little better, so I think that's probably 5 phaseable. instead of the usual 6. But we'll have to keep going. It does make the healing more reliable, though. Why is he healing on hit? So when you do the block swings... right before... Or when you do, like, the block attacks, those heal you. Sorry, my brain couldn't function right there. Loosened Blade still a thing? Yes, I have Loosened Blade on right now. Highly recommend it. Circle, Hamburger, Turret. So Hamburger and Circle are on the inner ring. Hamburger, or Turret is on the outer rings. There's Turret right there. And then we just have Circle, which is also in the inner ring. Using Lament for so long and I never knew. I mean, I literally just got told, so you and I are in the same boat. I was doing, like, the max amount of swings I could every time. I didn't know either. Even I learn new stuff about Destiny every day. I'm going completely the wrong way. Also, make sure you're jumping all the time down here. I don't know if it's actually faster, but it feels faster. The Thrall do this, like, really annoying thing, by the way, when you pop up, where they, like, try to run down to this staircase. So another option you could do, too, when you pop up is, instead of, like, trying to hop up on this balcony like I'm doing, maybe instead try to pop up and, like, run around the staircase to meet the Thrall, because it seems like they always like to go down there. Is there a reason you just found Verdict over another shotgun? Maybe, but not that I'm, like, I'm not going to say no, because, like, I don't have full knowledge of it, but I'm not using Found Verdict because I'm like, oh, this is the best option to use. I'm using it because it's the one that I have that does 1-2 punch on it that I just always use. I never noticed Loosened Blade's still a thing. I actually didn't know it was still a thing either. Gonna be a little late killing this night. I feel like I'm doing it slow. Yeah, that is definitely better damage. Lament combo is 3 light, 1 heavy? Oh, it's... People were telling me it was 2 light, 1 heavy. Okay, you guys want to refresh me on the combo? Yeah, everyone told me it was 2-1-2. So 2 block attacks, 1 heavy attack, 2 light attacks, repeat. It's 3 light, 1 heavy for ammo efficiency. For raw DPS, it's 2-1-2. Okay, so we don't really care about ammo efficiency, because with double special we have all the heavy ammo we could ever need. So we want whatever the best DPS and healing one is. Whatever keeps us the safest and whatever does the most damage. Yeah, we don't care about ammo efficiency. Good to know, though. That is a good thing to know. Even though it's not applicable here, specifically for this boss, it's a good thing to know. Turret, dot table, and circle. So I'm gonna try and get dot table first. Oh, I could have gotten turret though, it was right behind me. This should be dot table. Turret, dot table, and what was the other one? Circle. There's turret, and then circle's on the inner ring. So, to where? I think if I loop around and then look right, I think I'll run into the circle. Yep, there it is. Yeah, so we're about to walk into our third DPS phase. I would say this is... Okay, I'm going to try doing what I said earlier, where I'm going to run down here instead. Yeah, so the thrall run down there. So definitely, instead of like running straight out onto the balcony like I've been doing, when you hop out, run like around to where the staircase is going to be. It'll be a lot safer, because you'll have the thrall isolated. Syntho Hammer is the best solo build for this dungeon. Yeah, so when I do my Titan guide video, yeah, I'll be doing hammers for sure. The bonk hammer. Bonk hammer tractor cannon. Collab with Selfu. So I actually don't really do collabs too often, just because collabs are like, it's really hard to sync time on collabs and stuff like that. Like collabs are tough to do because you have to like make your schedules work together and stuff like that and whatnot. But I have seen a few of Selfu's videos and I think they're super solid. Seeing Dorvarich on a Mactics stream is the highlight of my day. I see a few really good content creators on my stream. I see Dorvarich in here, who's great. I see Prelapse, who is also really solid. Selfu was mentioned, who I think makes good stuff. There's a lot of really, really top tier content creators out there. And I'm happy I get to talk to some of them. I actually like that there's acolytes around me because then I get Spark of Resistance. Dude, that was perfect. I used exactly all of my ammo. Right as I used my last sword ammo, he went immune. That was beautiful. The Imagine collab was a one-off. Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to doing collabs. It's just that it's not as easy as like, hey, let's do a collab, and then like the next week the collab build video is up or something like that. You know, collabs are tough to do. Another tough part of collabs is like, whose channel do you put it on? You know. Because obviously, you know. Okay, so we have line table, dot table, and cone. So it's actually really nice when you get like two similar symbols, but you get both of them. Because then you don't really have to remember like which specific one you have. So I see turret. I know that cone is just to the left of turret. So we'll go and tag cone first. And then I know that line table is over here in this pocket. So when I approach this one, I always go to the right of this little piece of coral. So then the boss will follow me to the right. Although he might be too far away to follow me. He might change his course, yeah. But if he's closer on you, you go around to the right and then you exit to the left. And then we have a dot table should be here. I might get hit. But I'm fine to just make it out. The crackle. That cracking noise is unnerving. When you hear the clink, clink, you're like, ugh. But I knew I was. Yeah. Talking about which combo is better for this before, the ammo efficiency or the DPS one. I'm pretty sure we're good with the DPS one. I don't think we need ammo efficiency here. I'm gonna reset that real quick. I'm gonna have to triple hit that guy because I don't have lethal current or anything. And then I'll reset. Then I'll wander on over here. Where's the last wizard? There you are. Did you try Liars? I've not, but I have seen footage of it, and I feel like this Lament combo is better than Liars. Or maybe just as good. It looked like they could both 5-phase. 5 or 6-phase. I didn't slide. This is hairy. Also, I know the healing on Liars is pretty solid, but the healing on this 2-1-2 Lament combo feels really solid. That's gonna be a really tight 5-phase. Because that DPS phase wasn't incredible. But at the same time, 5-phase versus 6-phase. If you can do a 5-phase, you're capable of doing a 6-phase. You know what I mean? Extra heavy drops from double special. Yep. Someone asked why I have a sniper on, and why not a heavy grenade or like a blinding grenade launcher instead. A blinding grenade launcher would 100% be better. I have the sniper on because I'm lazy and don't feel like finding a blinding grenade launcher right now. But you definitely want double special so you get a ton of heavy bricks. Okay, we have .x, line table, and cone. Can someone type that in chat for me, please? .x. Okay, there's .x. Okay, line, table, and cone. Oh, this is actually a perfect rotation because I'll hit cone is to the left of turret. And then further forward is line table. And so watch here. So the boss will chase me through here. And then I'm safe to take the other way around. Okay. This could be a kill. Type 1 in chat if you think we kill here. Type 2 if you think we go to a 6th phase. It'll be tight. Like, even if my DPS phase is perfect, I think it'll still be tight. What is the 3 for? Easy kill if you don't mess up the combo. I mean, it's not all in my control because sometimes, like, if your Lament just swings past him, like, there's not much you can do about it. I try to, like, hold backpedal And I don't know if that helps. It kind of feels like it helps, but... I'm getting here really early, which is great. This is feeling good. Haha. So close. So close. Okay, so 5 phase if you have really solid DPS phases, all the way through 6 phase if you don't, which is fine. I'm cool with the 6 phase. Oops. Because honestly, what's one more phase of just, you know, 1-2 punch shoddy and a couple more enemies? Okay, what we got? Line table, pointy X, and cone. Can someone type that? We get pointy X right away. Actually, wait, that's a perfect, that was a perfect rotation. Because then we'll have cone here, and then line tables in that back pocket. Honestly, before, I would highly recommend before you go for a solo flawless, like, spend a decent amount of time down here. And just, like, learning the symbol locations, like, with a team. I mean, you can do it solo, too. But yeah, spend a little time just, like, hanging out down there and figuring out where all the symbols are. So that it's... You can kind of pre-plan your routes a little bit. It'll take you a second, obviously, probably. But I bet with, like, 15 minutes of just kind of, like, wandering around there, focusing on where all the stuff is, I bet you can have it all down. I love that there's so many ads in here because it's honestly just like healing fuel and combination blow fuel. All right, now type 1 in chat if you think we kill him on this phase. 2 if you think we will not kill him on this phase. I think this one is a more reliable guess. Nice. Oh yeah, ghost. Does anyone know what happens if you don't crush the ghost? Because I actually don't know what happens if you don't. Alright, we'll go back to the Omnioculus for traversal. Throw the sword back on. And then, unfortunately, we need some more ammo in the sword. If only there was some ammo bricks in the arena for us to pick up. And then, so, to go to the next boss, by the way, if you're facing the chest, just look to the right. You have a little entry point in here. It's right there. Right in front of you. You don't even need a bubble. That way you're not down there searching for it for a while. And then here, I skip that first bubble and just go straight to the second one. Honestly, I might be able to make it the whole way without a bubble, but not really a risk I want to take. Okay, got some enemies. And then there's going to be some thrall around here. Don't be alarmed. Just make sure to be careful with your jumps. And then, so for final boss, I'll talk about kind of the final boss weapons right now. I've seen a lot of stuff, but of everything I've seen, the two best options have seemed to be Xenophage and Leviathan's Breath. And Xenophage looked to be a little bit better. Which, and then another thing about Xenophage 2 is that you don't have to worry about hitting crits whatsoever. Whereas obviously on Leviathan's Breath you do have to worry about hitting crits. However, the thing about Leviathan's Breath that makes it a little bit better than Xenophage is it's much better at staggering the boss. So the boss will stop shooting at you. So it's kind of a toss-up. Honestly, in my opinion. I think you could probably go with either one. But I'm going to start with Xeno. Because I've done Leviathan's Breath before, and with Leviathan's Breath, I think I was in line for like an 8 or a 9 phase. So we'll see if Xeno's looking a little better for me. Greasy luck. And then I go Heritage up here, Funnel Web down here, and then, like I said, we're going to go Xenophage here. And then we'll want... I'm going to stay on Omnioculus. I think Omnioculus is the move for this one over Arc Hunter. Because you have Invis on demand rather than Invis exclusively from killing enemies. There's not as many enemies on demand for you to hit in here, so I just think Omni is a bit of a safer bet. It's also nicer for the DPS phase. If you're in the middle of a DPS phase and the wizard's beaming you and things are getting a little hairy, you know, quick dodge or a quick jump dive and you're good to go. Heavy ammo finder. We don't need a scout, so I'll just double up on Harmonic Siphon. Here we've got Void Loader. Can I fit a Solar Loader in here as well? Because I would really like to. Maybe I'll go Mobility Mod instead. Slot a Solar, and then I'll figure out a place to put that Resilience Mod. Can't put it here, unfortunately. Where can I put that Resilience Mod? Maybe on the gloves? No, the gloves is where I took it off from. I have Resilience Mods on everything else. I'll take off Bomber. Because I'll get a ton of grenade energy back from Devour, so it'll be fine. I think I'll be able to live without Bomber. And then here, definitely want some Arc Resists. So we'll go Arc Resist, Arc Resist. And there used to be a bug where if you had triple resist, then it actually counted for 0 resists. I don't know if that's still a thing. But just in case it is, I don't really want to mess around with it, so I'll just go like a void resist in the last slot. I don't think there's any void damage in here. Actually, no, it'd be better to go solar, I think, because there's acolytes and they'll throw solar grenades. And then we don't want void scavenger here. We want solar scavenger. Or we'll want a solar surge. Or we don't really want surges, honestly, because of our... Oh yeah, concussive would be better. Oh, concussive is 3, though. I can't fit a concussive. Oh, they fixed it? Okay, so... Can anyone else confirm that they fixed it? If they did fix it, then yeah, triple arc resist. And then we don't really want surges because we have kickstarts on. I mean, you could go surges instead of the kickstarts if you wanted to, I suppose. But instead, I'm going to go... I'll probably go innervation. I don't really need recuperation, so we'll go absolution. And then a solar scavenger. Oh, we can't fit the solar scavenger. So I guess we'll go double innervation, solar scavenger. We just tried it. Not okay. I'm getting mixed results, so I'm just gonna go to arc and a solar, just to be safe. And I would recommend you do the same. But yeah, I have solar scavenger on for the Xeno. Would your Falcon not be better over Omni? In this situation, no, because here's my thing. I think Jur Falcons is the best hunter exotic option for offensive situations where ad clearing is like your primary goal. I think Omnioculus is the #1 hunter exotic for defensive situations where surviving is your #1 goal. Being that this is a solo flawless dungeon, obviously survival is the #1 key, right? You'll take survival over getting through one of the phases a little bit more quickly because you have better ad clear. You know what I mean? So That's why I say Omnioculus here. Because Omnioculus has a bunch of invis on demand, and it has damage resistance while you're in the invis. Whereas Falcons requires a kill to go invisible. These moths exterminated me last time. Also, fun fact, you're always guaranteed to have one of the 3 night kill points at the chest. So you can always start at the chest if you want to. I'm trying to... the annoying thing about this dungeon is that it's on like a slope, so the orbs always slide down. And I'm out of invis cooldowns, which I don't love, so I'm gonna get that guy finishable, and then hit a finisher on him because I have Echo of Obscurity. Just to make sure that I'm good to go. I mean, Falcons is incredible if, like, being offensive is your goal. You can't start chest. Why can't you start chest? Have I been trolling this whole time, starting chest? I thought it didn't matter which one you started at. I need to hit that deep side because I forgot what the other 2 are. You have no symbols? I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter which one you start at. I'm pretty sure whichever one you start at, you're always going to have to do it a second time. Chest bugged? Huh? I mean, I'll try starting something other than chest and see what happens. Because it was my understanding that you always have to do 4. So if I have to do 1 less, like, that sounds good to me. Grab this deep side again. I think it was foot. It is foot. Over here, Vorlog. Can you imagine your parents naming you Vorlog? That shit's rough. Killing the moss this time, because that's how my last solo flawless ended. Okay, so now I need to do chest again. Which, it was my understanding you always had to do. Whatever first one you did, I thought you always had to do it again. But maybe not. Alright. I don't know why I just hit deep side there. Can you explain the gameplay loop? So basically, you're basically always trying to go jump smoke into a dodge to refresh your invisibility and to refund a smoke grenade, and then just kind of repeat that. And then if you ever run out of invisibility cooldowns, you can weaken up enemies and then just do a finisher on them with Echo of Obscurity. Because then that'll, of course, make you invisible again as well. And then our symbol is line table. Line table. He's the most annoying of the 3 Hive Guardians. I don't find any of them to be too horrible. That scared me. So like right there, I just dove with my smoke, so I'm looking at my void invisibility timer, and right when it's almost done, I'm going to hit a dodge, so it extends it back up to 10 seconds. And refresh a smoke bomb in the process. Okay, so that was line table. I want to get one of these orbs. Keep my devour. And then I try to kill some of the ads as I go, because even though they respawn infinitely, if you can at least thin them out a little bit before you get to DPS phase, I find that it makes the DPS phase a little bit lighter. And then right as I cross through here, there should be acolytes to my left that I can kill to refresh my devour. That's a nice grenade. Oh, moths. I really don't want to use Xeno ammo because I feel like I'm gonna. I feel like I'm gonna need all the ammo for boss DPS phase. I did not see the symbol. I did not see which symbol it was. Can someone please do me a favor? Like, rewind in the YouTube video just a little bit and tell me what the symbol was? It was either cone or hamburger. Or no, cone or circle. Cone? Thank you. Oh, man. That was almost real bad. Also, for DPS, by the way, I always recommend doing DPS at either the foot, the hand, or that hand, or the head. The knee kind of sucks. The chest is the worst possible place to do DPS, and I don't really like the hand over there either. Okay, I'm gonna grab that orb for Devour. Come on! No! I hate this dungeon. For the orb rolling alone. Stream to win? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Hopefully I can get a kill right when I emerge. Keep the Devour going. Nope. That's okay, because I generated an orb. So we'll just get a quick Devour refresh. And then I want to get my grenade right on that acolyte. And I'm just going to hide whenever he makes his knives pop up. Don't really want to get close to him while he's in Blade Barrage mode. Okay, and then this symbol is circle. Yeah, whatever you have to do to hammer into your head, remember the symbols, do it. And then I'm just killing two, so I generate an orb, so I get Devour. And then I'm just going to try and thin out some of these ads a little bit. And I'm not super worried about the wizard shooting me, because I do have Devour, so as long as I kill an acolyte, my health bar will fully refresh. And another thing, too, is don't be too slow out here, because if your vestige timer runs out, you do die. So make sure you are a little... Like, make sure you're keeping decent pace. And then for DPS, I'm going to instantly sauce tether her to try and instantly break her shield. She teleported. Then I'm going to pick up that. And this is why I love Omnioculus. I mean, I guess if you were running Vanishing Step on your Falcon's Hunter, you could do that as well. Out of invis cooldowns. Yeah, I think Leviathan's Breath might have been better. Arbalist one-shot her shield? That is true. However, if you do Arbalist and one-shot her shield, your what you call it, then your actual DPS is going to be significantly worse, because if you have Arbalest occupying your heavy slot, what are you going to use for... You know what I mean? Okay, I really want to get Leviathan's Breath on and some Void Scavengers. But there's not exactly... So we'll do that. There's our first switch. And then we need to get some scavs on. Where's Void Scavenger? There we go. Cool. Alright, so y'all were saying do not do it at the chest first, because it bugs. So we'll see if I do not do chest first. We'll see if it takes me less. If it only takes me 3 Vorlog kills instead of 4 like it usually does. First we need to come up here though. Come over here. Dummy. We are learning together. I have to play this a little safe. Yeah. Oops. This is why I really love Omni though, because you can like weave shots in. And I'm just waiting on my timers and being patient. He's walking into the circle though, so I can just do a finisher. Oh yeah, you do get a circle immediately. Okay, so do not do chest first. Good to know. I did not know that. Do not do chest first, ever. Chest first bad. Good call out. Over here, Vorlog. Doesn't care. You don't need him in the circle? I know you don't need him in the circle, but I wanted him to come into the circle so that I could get a finisher on him to go invisible instead of having to use one of my invisibilities. Instead of having to use like my dodge or something like that. Okay, that seemed really finicky. A million IQ. I don't know if it's a million IQ. Alright, so here I'm out of invis cooldowns, so I want to like weaken up an Acolyte, and then I can get a finisher on the Acolyte to go invis while my cooldowns come back up. That's that's what you do if you run out of cooldowns. Cataclysmic be a good option for DPS? I don't think so, because it would be way too hard to aim. Because you're always on the move during this DPS phase, and with her shooting at you, you'd get staggered. She teleports around a lot. I think it would just be a pain. Alright, so I guess those don't really matter. I do want to kill this knight, though, because these Boomer Knights do not respawn. And they're a pain to have up in the arena, so I do like killing those. And then we're going to get a double kill to spawn an orb. That'll give us Devour. And then you really got to be careful about this guy too, because his shield throws will mess you up. So I always try to make sure I'm like behind a rock or something. And even if you are behind a rock, he'll still mess you up. So be very careful with this dude. I'm not even against using a Leviathan's Breath shot against him. Okay, so we have pointy X. Almost forgot to look. pointy X. So we'll go and grab deep sight. And then DPS here, I would like to start at pointy X, but unfortunately I already imbued that one. So we're gonna have to start. But like we can always move from our initial DPS spot because you don't have to stay in the circle the entire time as you're ripping her shield off, because just touching the circle gives you the buff for like 5 seconds. So we can shoot like one of our tether bursts while we're in the circle and then immediately move out, because we'll have like 5 seconds of having the buff is plenty of time to get the other tether burst off. And I need to make sure I know what the symbol is. Got dot table. Dad's trying to text me. Streaming on YouTube right now and Twitch. I just felt like doing YouTube today. I stream on both. Okay. So we had dot table. We'll hit the deep sight. Make orbs off these dudes to get Devour. And then we can go for the last one. What's up, Scuda? How you doing, bro? Oh, we maintained Devour as well, which is nice. That grenade should cook the Acolyte a little bit. Nope, he dodged out of it. I shouldn't use an arrow on him. I'm just being impatient. If you hit all your funnel web shots, that actually kind of chunks him. Hamburger. Hamburger was chest, I think, which is an unfortunate place to start DPS. Like, I could have totally shot an arrow at him. There's so much heavy bricks right there. So much heavy bricks? So many heavy bricks. Was that shotgun I wanted? The Heritage from Deepstone Crypt. The free combination. It's very good. 10 out of 10 recommend. Alright, we're gonna make our way over to the hamburger. I need deep sight though. Please. None. See, so now that we cooked her shield, we're good to roam. And this is why Leviathan's Breath is pretty solid, because you'll stagger her. We need to reposition a little bit though, because we're getting nailed by the ads. I don't know where the boss went. Okay, that's super annoying. There you are. I'm surprised I'm still in DPS. But yeah, that was probably the worst possible DPS phase imaginable. I hope Bungie nerfs her movement. She moves around too much. I would not count on it. I would not get your hopes up. Okay, so we have head, hand, and then close chest. Maybe hand first. Make an orb for Devourer. Yeah, funnel web with Devour and Subsistence feels great. Is the final boss? Yes. I'll just do a finisher on him. Why not? And then we have Head next. Love your videos and maybe fall in love with T2 again. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the kind words. Just kind of waiting for Vorlog to show up again, wherever he is. Boss has too much health? Yep, 100%. One of my buddies on Twitter said that boss's health should scale with fire team size. And I totally agree. There is no reason people should have to 12 phase this guy for a solo flawless. Where's the knight? Oh, let me keep Devour up, please. Devour is so good, though. Oh, I have to do the ring. That's why there's no knight. Because I'm an idiot. So I'm an idiot. I don't have Devour on. So I need to grab an orb. I wouldn't mind the boss movement during the DPS phase if it was a little more predictable. But the randomness of it is extremely annoying. Like, I'm fine with teleportation in, like, a DPS phase if there's, like, a rhyme or reason as to, like, why you go, where you go, and when. I don't have any invis cooldowns, and I don't really want to go face the... Well, my dodge will be back up by the time I get in there, so I guess that's fine. Am I just dead here? It's pointy X, by the way. This... I hate those things. Pointy X, pointy X, pointy X. Thank you, Melanie. I didn't get the double kill in time. Pointy X up top. That sucks, because that's where I wanted to start DPS from. I need to get deep sight. Whee! Pointy X. Kill a few dudes. Solo operative would work as a great modifier. I feel like solo operative should just be an intrinsic modifier anytime you load up a dungeon solo. Like, I feel like it should just be built in. I think that would take away a lot of the sting of some of these DPS, like, phases, or these boss HP bars, rather, feeling way too beefy. This symbol is circle, by the way. Nice rift. Yeah, no problem, Provocate. Happy to help. Okay, need the deep sights. Pick up the Void Breach for... Oh my god, I don't have the artifact mod that gives overshields for Void Breaches. Yeah, that definitely makes a difference. What's hamburger? Hamburger is like the 5 horizontal lines. Some people call it division. Some people call it... I don't actually really know what other people... Hamburger and division, I would say, are the only two I've heard. Is there an acolyte behind me? Yeah, there is. I hate that when you shoot a moth off of an enemy, it like takes a second for you to be able to actually kill the moth. Wow. Do not underestimate him. Learn from my mistakes. I completely underestimated his damage when he's outside of Blade Barrage form. Well, that's okay. We can get a few practice DPS phases in on the boss. Try and get a better rhythm for... I completely underestimated the Acolyte's damage there, though. Oh, that guy's aggressive? He's not usually that aggressive, actually. I don't know what got into him. First on your funnel web, subsistence, and frenzy. Just make power from you, get devour. And then I want to kill these Boomer Knights real quick. Are you solo flawlessing? Was solo flawlessing. I need to do head again. Or not again. I need to do head in the first place. Build use for the first boss? Arc Assassin's Call Hunter. What? No. Kinda rude. I need your chest now. Don't throw your shields. Dot table. Dot table. Whoa. Where's my deep sight? It's not table all the way up there. Lame. I'll go get the Acolyte next, might as well. Right here. Hey. Ow. Pointy X. Shotgun is that? Heritage. Hamburger. I missed. You're annoying. Sorry, chat, texting my girlfriend. Because our plans just changed. I'm telling her to get ready. I don't have any invis cooldowns. I love that. Leviathan's Breath has pretty good in-air accuracy, by the way. Yeah, the damage isn't great by any means, but like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's not bad. Yeah, but Leviathan's red definitely feels better than Xeno. Xeno just runs out of ammo too quickly, I think. If you have like bricks on the ground that you can scavenge during the DPS phase, I think it kind of works, but yeah. I think I'm gonna. How's 1K? I haven't tried 1K, but it definitely wouldn't be that great. But so since we wiped this one, and so my plans actually changed for tonight because, well, basically, I thought my family wasn't doing shit tonight, but they are doing shit tonight. So I'm actually gonna spend the night hanging out with them. I was gonna stream a little longer today, but I kind of want to enjoy tonight a little bit because I'm gonna do more solo flawless practice runs and solo flawless guide runs and stuff like that tomorrow, starting at noon Eastern. But I'll be over on Twitch because the new gifted sub emblem is dropping over on Twitch. So if you guys want to see more of the solo flawless runs and stuff like that tomorrow, and or you're interested in grabbing, is it this one? Emblem. Yeah, it's this one. If you're interested in grabbing this emblem as well, I'll be live on Twitch and you'll be able to watch us do more solo flawless runs and pick up this emblem as well. It'll be starting at noon Eastern, so 9 Pacific time tomorrow. Or if you guys just want a ping whenever my stream goes live, you can be in my Discord server and you'll get notified every time my stream goes live. You'll get notified every time I upload a new YouTube video, and all that good stuff. So, one sec, let me grab this. Copy link. Farm final boss for exotic? I don't think so. Yo, take care, Rise. Love you, dude. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, so I'm going to call it now, but I'll be live tomorrow at noon. But I'll be over on Twitch instead of YouTube. So make sure you're keeping an eye on the Discord to see when I go live and whatnot. But yeah, thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to follow my Twitch in advance as well, I can do my Twitch link. So you can go follow my Twitch right there. And if you have a Prime sub available, feel free to go drop the Prime sub on there real quick if you want to. If you're not using it on anyone else right now. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, noon Eastern. So like 21 hours from right now. And yeah, you guys have a good rest of your nights. Enjoy your Saturday evenings. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. We can talk builds on tomorrow's Twitch stream, but I do have to go now because I have to throw a bag together real quick and then start my drive. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.